Okay, so that's a tough one. I have a lot of favorite projects. Oh man. Well, just the last one was great. Last one was a big concert we had at Queen Bee's Arts and Cultural Center in North Park, and that was with 11th graders, and they made they formed bands in my class, and they wrote their own songs, and but they also learned some cover songs, and what they did with the cover songs, they removed the original lyrics of those cover songs, and they replaced them with lyrics that pertain to what they were learning in their history class. And they made a music video of them performing that song with singing their own lyrics, and that was featured at the exhibition at the venue. But then in between the videos, each band performed their song, and it was a very enthusiastic bunch of kids, and I really, really enjoyed that. That's really what makes a project for me. Yeah, I'd say that's certainly one of my favorite projects. It was a lot of fun.
How did you assess the students during projects?
Most of my assessment is based on participation, what they do in the class during class time, and that's usually an interactive thing. Their grade is largely determined on my conversations with them. If there are students I feel that might not deserve an A, I'll have a chat with them and say, hey, what grade do you think you should have? And they're usually pretty honest about, or we usually agree with the grade that they should have based on how they've been participating within their band, so how they've been practicing their instrument.
Sorry. How do you ensure that the students are actually working during class time?
That's sort of like me running around like a madman, checking in on all the bands and making sure that everyone's staying on task. What makes it easy for me is it's very obvious when you hear the bands play who has not been on task, because you hear it. That's a great thing. That's one thing very obvious in music is when someone has not been practicing. It's very apparent.
What do you think the biggest challenge is in music class?
I'd say for me as a teacher,
Yes.
without question, I'm basically a band manager. Only I'm a band manager for 28 bands, for almost 30 bands. So managing that many bands in one day at the same time is pretty tricky. I basically manage 6 to 7 bands in each hour, and so that you can imagine the challenge in that, in terms of getting around and checking out each band.
Why do you think music is so important to have in the schools?
Oh, gosh, I can't think of a reason why not to have it. Can you? Yeah, I think music it's such a part of life. It's such a huge part of life for the vast majority of people. I'd say for anyone who can hear, music is important. It's in every single culture. It has been for the history of civilized humankind, and it's hard to think of a reason why not to have it. I think that might be the more important question. Why wouldn't you?